Hello everyone, today I'm going to be going over a ladder campaign for Warhammer 40,000, the Siege of Orphilia IV, featuring the Custodes versus Chaos Forces. We're going to go over the origins of the campaign, the backstory, and then finally we're going to go over the actual ladder campaign itself that you are then free to use and play. The origins of the Siege of Orphilia IV have their roots back in the Indomitus Crusade. As the Crusade spread out and began retaking territory and linking up with isolated areas, they also made it a point of setting up astropathic relay hubs to re-establish the astropathic communications networks. Many of these astropathic hubs were immense fortresses or moons even, completely fortified and given over for the receiving and passing of message traffic all across the Imperium. The Adeptus Custodes, who accompanied the Indomitus Crusade, however, quickly saw the need for their own special, more discreet and covert means of communications, and thus decided to set up their own astropathic relay stations. This covert astropathic relay system would include a way of communicating reports from the eyes of the Emperor, former custodes who are no longer completely up to the custodes standard, who then act as intelligence agents throughout the Imperium, trying to spot potential threats to the throne. Amongst those potential threats was the Primarch Guilliman, who was currently serving as the Lord Regent of the Imperium, and whom many of the custodes felt a certain amount of distrust and fear that he might try to overtake his father and replace him and declare himself emperor. So they had him under close surveillance, carefully watched, but again, due to politics, it had to be very covert, and thus the information could not be accessible among mainstream astropathic relay systems. So the Custodes began building a relay station, a secret one, on the moon of Orphilia IV, and thus they began establishing a base and crewing it with members loyal to them of their own order, as well as allies from the Silent Sisterhood. The Silent Sisterhood was included because this was going to be an astropathic station, and they provided the military arm of the Astropathica, and thus they were going to be the main garrison of this base after it became fully operational. But until it was fully operational, it would be crewed with a mix of the Silent Sisterhood and the Adeptus Custodes. Unfortunately for the Imperium, some of the work orders and construction crews had their information stolen by Chaos cultists, who alerted various Chaos factions of what was afoot. Chaos Space Marine factions immediately began checking with augurs and scrying the warp for signs of favor for this endeavor of attacking such an outpost. The Chaos Gods decreed that the blood, bones, and souls of the Custodes would make a worthy offering for any champion who sought their power and their patronage. Furthermore, there was a number of valuable astropaths that could be captured and tormented and twisted and turned into creatures and puppets for the warp, as well as rare and valuable psi artifacts that could be used to more easily summon the warp into real space. Thus, there were a number of prizes available for an ambitious Chaos warband. However, this would have to be a relatively short operation, because the Imperium was sure to send massive reinforcements once they realized what the Chaos warbands were up to. So they would have to attack the outpost quickly, overrun it, and get their supplies and prizes and leave before retribution could come. Thus, the stage was set for the Siege of Orphilia IV. Here is our ladder campaign for this Crusade campaign. And we're just going to quickly run through it, what the missions are and the narrative behind it. The very first mission that you'll be playing is the Planetary Assault mission. It's an Incursion level mission from the Containment Crusade pack. Now, it's basically showing Chaos dropping in right away on this Custode outpost that's being built, and them trying to push or beat it off. Now, if the Imperials win, you go right to a hard landing combat patrol from the Amidst the Ashes Crusade campaign pack. Basically, it's just showing that, yeah, they didn't get their way initially with the Chaos drop, and now they're having to drop further out. However, there are still guns and emplacements that are able to knock down landers, and so you basically have the Imperials hammering more of the Chaos forces as they're making landfall, picking off a few stragglers just because they weren't able to do it at the first part of the mission. Regardless who wins that one, and if Chaos were to win the original planetary assault, we go to a tip of the spear incursion mission from the Plague Purge pack. This is just showing them basically invading. Now, if Chaos wins that one, we go to the Power of Words incursion mission, again from the Amidst the Ashes Crusade pack. This is showing them knocking out specifically broadcast stations. So again, trying to silence this astropathic relay station. Now, if the Imperials win Tip of the Spear, or if they win Power of Words, it goes right to Turn Out the Lights incursion mission from the Amidst the Ashes campaign book. Basically, hey, Chaos has lost a few, and now they're going to attempt to basically just knock out the lights and lighting, and so they're able to then sneak in and smash the base. Now, if the Imperials win that one, the Turn Out the Lights, it goes to Guard the Retreat incursion mission from Amidst the Ashes. And this is basically where Chaos is trying to retreat and the Imperials are just trying to inflict as much pain as possible on them. And if that's the case, Chaos were to win that mission, it's only a minor Imperial victory. If the Imperials win, it is a major Imperial victory for this crusade. However, if Chaos wins the Turn the Lights Out, or if they win the Power of Words, it goes right to the Sabotage incursion mission from the main rulebook. And if Chaos were to win this mission, it counts as a major Chaos victory. If the Imperials win, however, it goes to Guard the Retreat, because now it's time for Chaos to fall back. And again, these are your results. So you have a number of different scenarios and ways that this can play out. And I hope you have enjoyed this. Furthermore, winner of this campaign, if the Imperials were to win this campaign, for their next 5 Crusade games, they would have the option of adding +1 or -1 to their roll to determining whether they set up first or if they are going to be the defender or attacker. So basically it's just taking the intelligence they're getting from this astropathic relay and they're relaying it into their decision making and giving them that bonus for winning this campaign. If Chaos were to win this campaign, it is a big deal because one, they smashed Custodes outpost, and they would get an additional +2 to all their levels on honoring the gods, Warfleet glory, personal glory, glory of the gods. And it's up to them what they go from there. So basically they just get this one-time bonus if they win this campaign. And it's not a giant bonus, but it's a little something to help you along when you're playing Crusades. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please hit like and subscribe down below. Thank you.